Hey, how's it going? I'm BoneSickle, and this is the PlayStation 4 version of Warframe. You happen to be looking at a T2 survival that it looks like RJ and I were running through, and you notice I'm in the Equinox, however you like to pronounce his name. And this is when we happen to have collected the chassis for the Trinity Prime at the 20-minute mark. Early first opportunity rotation C reward right here. This is another kind of old video because I've been really lazy at putting up videos lately, but this was when we were farming for the Trinity Prime pieces. Actually, that first week we got really lucky and pretty much got all of the pieces within that first 24-hour window without too much playing. Did not take a lot of grinding. Gotten really lucky with a lot of the recent stuff that they put in the game, except for the blades. I think it was for the dual comma prime. Had a little bit of a pain in the butt getting T3 capture keys and getting the pieces to drop within those, so big thanks to RJ for finding someone to help us out with that on the trade chat to expedite that process, which is what you do sometimes. So you notice running around shooting a little bit with my Soma Prime right here and pretty much keeping MAME active constantly. That's the way I play Equinox. I know I'm a one-trick pony. I really don't care. He does have more abilities than any other Warframe because you can toggle back and forth between the day and night versions, and each one of those has 3 abilities apiece. And out of all of those abilities, I just use MAME, and that's pretty much it. So this was actually right before we got the update that changed some of the things relating to how drain abilities work, and that was the Jordas Precept update, which we actually got most recently. This was recorded right before that update came out, so those changes were not in effect, but they have changed the way mods affect abilities that have a drain that is constantly going, which is the way that MAME works, or actually I believe both of the ultimate abilities for Equinox, whether you are in the day or the night aspect. Jordas Precept actually brought a lot of other nice changes too, as far as new Arcwing modes. We finally have mobile defense and regular defense Arcwing missions. We have an Arcwing boss, which you unlock through doing one of the quests that was added, and that was a lot of fun. I do have to admit I was a little disappointed with it. I expected a little bit more from the boss fight. It's a really cool spectacle, but it's not really very dynamic. He basically has weak points on his back, and you just fly back and forth and chase him around and shoot him in his weak point, and which, I mean, you know, kind of sums up most boss fights, but I do wish there was maybe something a little more dynamic to it, or a little more engaging, as opposed to just chasing him around and shooting him in that one spot. But it was fun. You do that to unlock the Atlas Warframe, which obviously I've already done, so already gotten all the Trinity Prime pieces and pretty much gotten back caught up until they add another Warframe for us, but still having fun playing. Actually, I'm glad that survival has not changed dramatically. They had said there were going to be some changes to survival, but the way it read, it sounded a lot different. I can't really notice any negative changes here, so I definitely do not mean that as a complaint. You notice we're in the final 10 seconds of coming up on 20 minutes, and we were already hanging out at the exit, pretty much ready to leave, and blam, there's exactly what we came for, just what we wanted. Trinity Prime Chassis. Next video, we're going to be collecting the dual comma blueprint in a T3 survival, which I do believe we took to 40 minutes because we did not get it in the first rotation C and just decided to stick around. So that'll probably be what shows up next in this playlist. So I like to keep it short, just so the last 3 or 4 minutes of the game. Thanks a lot for watching.